Jetzt Gott sei Dank.
Does anybody of you have some scissors with you? So it could be. As a good student. Okay. Livestream.
Ja. Nice. Und Sigi hat den Livestream irgendwo bei sich gerade an. Der hat gerade die Vergangenheit.
Nicht dein Ernst. Ja, sogar das.
Ja, guck mal, hier sieht man ja noch das
Bild.
Oh genau. Gott, eklig! Bin ich da zu sehen.
Wir können gerade schon in die Vergangenheit gucken.
Ja, eklig.
Ach, das siehst du jetzt, oder?
Ach, das ist ja geil.
Ja, da habe ich mich gerade auf Sigi ausgeschrieben.
Ja. Ich weiß, was du. Oh Gott, eklig!
Okay.
Das war die Idee.
Sorry. Ja. Very good, very good. Because you seem very German when you were. I thought you were on your phone like a German Icicle. So I think Icicle. Yeah. And you know what? And I'm more or less surprised that you. Ja.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Sicher, dass es an den richtigen Drucker geschickt hast?
Ja, ja.
Ich wollte eben, dann kommt das aber nochmal.
Natürlich.
Hey, you told me there was no
He is a nice guy.
Yeah, right. We don't.
Das ist alles mein. Ah. Genau, wenn Sie fragen, Jetzt.
No, which position?
Ah, okay, check it. Why are you doing it? I guess. You know, I told you.
I
don't remember you.
Then ER and then finance. That would be I assume. I remember.
This video, I booked the money.
Oh, really?
No, but it only goes 6 months. But you can. How's it going?
Very good. So you don't say.
Are you also good?
No. She knows. No, but I love it.
What's the job?
Personal management
What's but one. Somebody's personal management or the person? I
actually, to be very precise, I'm going to be international
It's a little strange for the procedure because we have the Deutsche Post GmbH, which is like the major instrument. So everything is basically drawn in real time. 16 LCP
Yeah. I got that shortlisted the next day. I was like, okay, I'm pretty rejected. Immediately think that was okay.
I think they did.
That means, I just it's okay.
Well, thank you.
Yes. Ja. Oder bist du ein bisschen?
Ich habe gerade noch die Wahlzettel holen müssen und deshalb jetzt aber
Jetzt.
alles gut. Ja.
So, willst du noch was machen? Ja, ich muss mir gerade so aushelfen. Ja! Ist das eine Bank? Das war
Das hängt aber nicht so.
Das mit diesem Livestream. Darmstädter machen das auch heute über Google.
Ja,
Das ist ja drin.
Achso.
Die Leute sehen dich jetzt. Wenn es.
Ja.
Die verzögert, der Spiegel.
Achso, ja.
So.
Ich dachte gar nicht mehr. Ich glaube, kurz. Hier, William ist hier auf dem Spiel, finde ich so. Das ist ein Scheiße.
Echt? Frag ich es.
Ja, frag mal Justus. Die hat mich gestern angerufen und gemeint, es geht nicht, sie ist krank. Geht nicht von der Nico, was auch immer es wird.
Okay. Dann schwierig, aber wir kriegen schon jemanden.
Jetzt ist es dir was schuldig. Oder nee, du musst beim fühlen.
Ja, nö, ich bin eigentlich, ich könnte versuchen, dass wir auch wo ich verfügbar hätte auch so
Servus.
Ja.
Ich habe die Webcam. Ist Nils schon hier?
Hi! Ja, ich kenne dich, aber wahrscheinlich
Gute Idee.
Gut, danke, danke.
Hallo, das sehe ich.
Das sieht wieder gut aus.
Genau, das sind dann auch.
Ich habe dir noch die Webcam mitgebracht.
Ah, super, weil ich mit meinem Laptop die Qualität ist eigentlich in Ordnung.
Ja? Also willst du nicht dran
Ich
machen?
muss sagen, es ist ein bisschen, ja, ich dachte eigentlich, weil ich dachte wirklich, dass wir zwei Systeme laufen lassen, irgendwie eins über Sie, eins über mich. Eins, wo quasi
Die Rede ist.
eins, wo beide Richtungen ist. Also Sie
Können wir heute sowieso nicht machen, die Geschäftsordnung.
Achso, ja. Irgendwas an der Formulierung hat mich auch gestört in der Geschäftsordnung. Ich muss nochmal durchgucken. Ja, irgendwas war. Genau. Wähler sind 100% der Anwesenden. Ja, was heißt anwesend? Ist digital anwesend auch anwesend? Und digital, ja, weil wenn digital anwesend nicht anwesend ist, dann könnten wir über 100% Stimmen bekommen. Das ist die Frage, wie du anwesend formulierst.
Läuft das denn mit dem digitalen Machen?
Heute nicht.
Das wäre,
Okay.
wir noch damals waren dabei, das war so
Ja, da hatten wir mal Aussicht. Das ist ein Teil unseres Campuses, aber das ist ganz nah am Speyer. Also über 100 Kilometer von hier weg.
Oh, ist ja schon
Ja, habe ich bekommen.
Okay. Na, ist nicht nur darum, dass du mir.
Den Leuten okay. Soll ich jetzt spontan machen? Oder? Ich kann es ja mal.
Ja, das wird besser.
So, ich habe gesehen, dass das kam, deswegen.
Achso, okay. Ja, mir war auch nicht so genannt.
Haben wieder mal hier liegen lassen, falls die ich habe meine Sachen.
Aber meine Quelle ist eigentlich nicht machen. Auch.
Das ist zeitlich verzogen, oder?
Ja, das ist
Ja,
aber
das ist aber normal.
Das ist gleich von Google so eingerichtet und nicht
Intervenieren.
genau, also einmal.
Ja, aber das machen wir. Wir wollen das hier auch schon vorbereitet. Sigi, komm mal hier mal rechts. Gib mir mal die Stelle. Bleiben wir mit jetzt noch Session. Ach, wir machen das doch mit jetzt noch Session. Ja, ich meine, ja, okay, Session machen wir das. Falls noch einer. Das wäre dann 20 ja, also wenn wir
Hier oder was? Wir müssen noch die
Some stress, want some trouble? Oh, okay. Da denkt aber echt jemand gerade nicht. Nee, das ist ein Frauenjackett. Ist das deine Jacke, Tobi?
Ja.
Tobi,
Yes, it is.
kapierst du das irgendwie? Da läuft gerade ein Livestream von deiner Jacke. Okay. Ja, schön. Wer ist vorne oder die andere Schwester?
But that I can reach.
Ja, scheiße.
Rein theoretisch solltest du die Taschen vielleicht nicht ganz so davor nehmen.
Ja, ich will gerade nicht im Bild
Das
sein.
ist okay, ich werde den Laptop auch da stehen lassen, weil die Intelligenzquote schon die ganze Zeit.
Das kann ich nicht.
Könntest du mir gefallen? Meine Wasserflasche sind
Die ist da irgendwo drin.
eine kleine. Ja, an der Seite sagt ich bin auch nicht.
Hi everyone. So whoever's watching, don't wonder, we're still setting up, and I will change the perspective of the camera later to face the chair and the applicant, and yeah, just be ready for some swift camera changes. All right.
wollte mich halt total überhetzen. Nein, ja, bitte. Das hier? Hier ist Zeitoption.
Echt? Ja, Jevas schreibt mir aus. Kennst du Jevas? Sie schreibt mir gerade kurz vor dem Webcam. Zeigt sie nicht, ja, natürlich. Aber du zeigst du noch.
Ich wollte gerade sagen, aber irgendwie.
Das sind 2 Minuten. Ich weiß nicht, wie das sein wird. 2 Minuten. Wo ist denn Joachim? Der weiß nicht. Nee, er schreibt das nie. Ja, du bist jetzt im Bild. Aber nicht. Nein, du musst. Das ist ungefähr. Man kann sagen, ungefähr 1 Minute.
Guck mal, ich hab jetzt gerade gesagt, so,
I see you. Sie schreibt gerade.
Witzig. Aber mega.
Das ist aber absichtlich. Ja, als ich hier was, aber 1 Minute dauert.
Ja, jetzt mache ich jetzt was Blödes und dann
Das ist gar nicht aufgefallen. Ja.
Ihr schreibt mir gerade, das sind ihn, aber das ist ungefähr 1 Minute bis
Ja.
Scheiße.
Das ist aber Absicht mit der Verzögerung.
Achso, Absicht?
Nein, das mache nicht ich absichtlich, aber das ist, damit die Verbindung nicht einbricht. Lagern die das quasi vor, damit diese Schwankungen in der Geschwindigkeit nicht so schlimm sind? Vielleicht muss man auch zahlen, damit es direkt live ist, ich weiß es nicht. Aber ich kann nichts dafür. kannst du das hier tun. Du siehst es halt nur mit Zeitverzögerung. Oder fragst du dich gerade, wo die Kamera ist. Das ist die Kamera.
Ah, okay.
Das ist halt nur Zeitverzögerung. Ja. Das ist öffentlich, der Channel, aber. Wir werden jetzt ja.
Ja!
Aber ich bin
Finde ich auch.
Jeber und noch 3 andere Personen.
Ja! Oh Mann, sie
Ich kann dir nicht antworten und es ist zeitverzögert.
Das ist ja mega zeitverzögert.
Dafür kann ich aber nichts. Das ist von Google Hangouts weiter. Ich habe auch vorhin gesehen, so ich wollte auch diesen Absatz sagen. Ja, aber ich habe jetzt 10 Minuten Absatz.
Jetzt kommst du
Guck mal, Sabine.
Und Lotti im Hintergrund. Oh, Entschuldigung.
Ladies and gentlemen, to a very sad moment. Today, you see me, I'm dressed up in black and white, like it's my funeral. I will pass my position to someone else today. It goes like I imagine it to be. But yes, right. It's a very special evening today, and we will have the LCP elections. And actually, I don't want to say so many words because for that part, I have invited someone, which is Hannah. Hannah from the member committee from the national board. Guys, too nice to stay outside, right? Okay, and well,
Shabbat?
yeah, the stage is yours.
Well, hi everybody, good evening. Very nice being here. Thank you very much, Ziggy, for the invitation. We've just been talking actually in planned like quite some time. I think 4 or 5 months ago. Anyhow, it's really great being here tonight because in Bonn it is raining and here it is not, so I'm happy. What is going to happen tonight? I'm going through the process as usual on elections. We have a person who's not from the LC who's taking care that everything goes smoothly, that everything is according to your GO and basically. I try to keep myself as short as possible, I promise that, and also I think we until now one person who's applying, maybe some spontaneous people, but I guess we don't have the long election tonight, and this will come on one person. Only? Very good. Our agenda for tonight, I present opening through the LCP, by the LCP already done. We're now on phone 2 that I take over, and I will briefly introduce myself. Before you guys have seen me on the Nico, so I can skip on. We will then take care that everything goes according to the standards, that we have enough people in the room actually, so that we can vote, that everything is democratic enough. And then it will get interesting. Then Jens will deliver his speech, and you guys will be asked to have a tough but yet very fair Q&A session to answer in order to find out whether or not or who will be capable of leading this EE, most probably to an LC. Let's see. The rest is more or less bureaucratic, and we will do it in the very end, and I'll guide you through it once again. So before we start, some rules for tonight that I expect from you. First of all, be here. Like, enjoy the evening, please. I mean, you all came. And it's freaking awesome that so many of you actually dressed up, because normally in elections, you never see the guys in the back wearing a bow tie or something like that. Normally the guys in the back wearing beer. Yeah. Wow. You're that away from Harvard University.
And now you know that's my birthday?
What? No. Ah, maybe that?
Yes, right.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I will use it up. I guess just try. Navi Bae? Yeah. Navi Bo?
It's gay again.
But it's not the African thing.
It's the Motiva thing.
Yeah. The thing, I don't want to talk about Ziggy on IC. Okay, we have to do it once right. Can you hug? No, you want to be LCP.
Yeah.
You want to be LCP. Come. We do it together. Okay. Okay. Mavi Bae? Yeah. Mavi So you can do it. Let's move on. As I said, be here, enjoy the evening as well. I really hope that afterwards we will have something to celebrate and we will go out, as I will most probably stay here and not go out. And also take part, I said that before, don't just sit there, be inactive and just listen to what is up to come, but actually actively think and actually reconsider what is your opinion, what should happen, what is supposed to happen. Before that, yeah, I just wanted to introduce myself very briefly, officially. Me, I'm the private person, half private person to the left, Henna. I'm from the National Board of IC in Germany, aka BMC. I'm the NCP Finance, like your, what did you say, the Oberfinanzer or something like that before. And I'm responsible for Wild West, obviously. So the region that we're in here, and I'm very happy because that I can hear, that I can be here. Also, we have Ziggy in the picture, because when I was coming here, I was sitting on the train looking for nice pictures. And actually, I found so many funny pictures of Ziggy, because we were on a sea together, like the International Congress, more or less 1 year ago. And I didn't bring everything, but I found one picture to show you. I just loved it so much. I didn't know I had it. Moving back to the serious stuff. Why do we elect an EV in Germany? Because tonight we are electing an LCP, and an LCP would be nothing without an EV, so obviously we're starting to elect an EV tonight. Electing an EV is, first of all, well, simply because you need it. You need somebody to take care of the things, to run meetings, whatsoever, and so on. You need somebody to take over responsibility as well. But also, you need somebody very easily from the compendium side, because we are obviously an association and we need legal representatives and everything else. The first one is the LCP, and the second one is RB. But there's more behind. Why do we elect an EV? Because, after all, we are a leadership organization. So, what would we be without leaders? So, obviously, whenever we elect an EV, and this is applying for tonight, we are electing a person, and we are giving this person the chance to go on a journey. For me, this journey started back then. First of all, I was never LCP. I'm standing here wise whatsoever, but I've never been LCP. I started in Würzburg, as I told some of you guys before, already 4 years ago. And I could hardly imagine that it's 4 years already. Pardon? No, say. Sausage master. I started in 10/11, and I was VP Finance there, and you can see me here, yeah, the very moment before I get the water poured over my head. Very funny story. I was like when I applied for ED, I was not as ready as maybe most people today. And if I see you, how you prepare dressed up, I wasn't at all. I was, because people told me, you just do it like next to it, and it's not that important. And so I did it more or less randomly. I got to the election. I'm having a spontaneous speech, which was certainly very awkward. And then it was the third round of votes, because we had the third round. Like only the third round, I got elected. And you can see me there, like everybody's like, okay, she's not, because she's not elected, but they're very happy, right? And I don't look happy really. Because back then, as I said, I wasn't prepared. I just joined ISEC, and people somehow made me go for VP. And I was really skeptical about the LC, about the work, about ISEC, about everything, basically. And I was not so much looking forward. And now looking back, like back then, I was a totally different person, which is somehow strange to think, that I actually like stayed for 4 years in the organization. But after all, I really like this picture, also because I have really strange red eyes. Because it really depicts for me the beginning of it all. And ISEC, and I think this is applicable for many, and I think Jimmy, for instance, could copy that, is an adventure. And I came across that some weeks ago when I was doing some research, and I liked it pretty much. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. And of course, ISEC is not your life, or not our life. But what ISEC is, and what ISEC did to me when I was standing there in the t-shirt, not knowing what I'm signing up for, basically, it is an adventure. It is an adventure that takes people to places that they have never been, simply like geographically, if we exchange, but also into positions that I never thought I would be. Standing in front of big groups, holding speeches that I like, sometimes people like, to taking care of people, basically. And before I go on, talk about an adventure, what it means to me, and then I will get back to the point. Adventure is basically something that is unexpected. I said that before. You don't know where it's going, and it might actually be risky to take that adventure, to take a step, to move out of what is known, and to head for new places and head for new directions. It can be dangerous, it can be physically dangerous, but this is normally not the time for us. Right? But what it definitely does, it completely meshes up your mind. And I will tell you what I mean by that, by very briefly telling you what I've been through. This is me 1 year later, 2 years later. This is me basically in the most demanding position, not because of the photo, I really like the photo, but even not because of the photo, but because what it means for me. As I told you before, I was standing in Würzburg, really just wanted to do finance, nothing at all, had it from my CV, then move on. This was 1.5 years later, and I was basically investing half of my free time taking care of these people. These are the LCPs that all become the president of the Dragons region, which is, who you know the Dragons region? Of that region. And compared to that, I became a totally different person. Because during that journey, during that adventure, I really crashed. I crashed with my team, and I completely lost some of my team members. And I recognized that I have to change something. And actually, I took that adventure not becoming LCP because I wanted more. So I became basically like one stage ahead of the LCPs to become regional. This was the most funny moment ever. We should play laser tag at some point, not just Barney Stinson saying it, but it is actually pretty awesome. So I feel just like that. Right now, I'm in the MC, obviously, as I said. This is my team. And once again, the adventure was as big as ever before. The adventure brought me to the International Congress in Egypt in times of crisis, where you need Egyptian people. The adventure brought me here, where I think I would never be, but it also brought me to lead a team, a virtual team. And The virtual team really has different challenges than the team. Why am I telling you that? Well, what I got from that adventure is that it was really hard. I spent a lot of weekends, not sleeping, and so on. And basically, this is what an LCP does. An LCP cares so much about people. And I think this is something like whoever today is going to be elected, this person is going to go on a pretty similar adventure. Because this person cannot know everything yet. Obviously, this is just a starting point. And so whatever you today agree on or think or believe, it cannot be perfect yet. Because whoever steps up is also just a beginner. As I was ever a beginner, always a beginner when I started. We're here tonight for the LCP elections of Mainz. Obviously. Today, by the way, I wrote Wiesbaden right. I heard something like that. Yeah, I remember. I like it's like Wiesbaden. So anyway, we're the LCP elections of Mainz. Wiesbaden. And I think this LC is in a pretty, or this EG still is in a pretty interesting state, moving up and rising even further, becoming an LC hopefully very soon. So obviously this is a pretty thrilling moment. And even for me as one that's responsible, I'm pretty much looking forward to what's going to happen. But I've been talking about like what I did as a speaker, but what does an LCP actually do? I mean, obviously every LCP is unique. So you have the image of Ziggy now in place, who's having the greatest speeches when he's drunk, who's always charming whatsoever. But LCPs can be different. You can have very loud LCPs, very like calm LCPs, and it's always a matter of the stage in which the LC currently is. But the question is, what is an LCP really doing? So what to judge of? Well, first of all, it's answering emails. I guess that's true. I think a lot of emails. I think you never answer that many emails before you come into the application. Then all that different kind of things, right? He's representing the LC on local level. He's always nationally involved on some very good conferences. He's talking to many people. He's calling, he's consulting, he's coaching. He's having a lot of meetings, and I heard Ziggy really loves spreadsheets and tools, so he's making a lot of Excel tools and all that stuff. And finally, he's going to weird and random places all over Germany. I think that's absolutely correct. But what is, or why is an LCP actually? It's obviously much more. He's doing that because the LCP in this LC is not just doing the organization, it's always the last 2 weeks and closes the door. But he's setting the framework for leadership development in the organization in this LC. As I said in the very beginning, and as we talked about Nico, this is all about leadership development, right? This is about you guys having an experience where you learn something, where you try leading a team, where you try to understand yourself and how you work, and this is what you should take out. And this is what an LCP does. He has a team of people, 5 to 8 people, and they are there to setting a framework. And when you later elect for an LCP and if you have questions, I ask you to please remember that this framework or that this task is not always visible, but this is why LCP does what he does. Who would you give your trust? I think I made it clear before. Think about the person that you would imagine really being the best tonight, and just try to trigger as well some interesting things. Very briefly, and then I promise you I will come to an end. What is happening tonight? It is not just a vote of 1 or 2 people. It is a vote that is setting a direction for 1 whole year, or actually maybe 1.5 years of Isaac in Mainz Wiesbaden. It is setting the journey for the LC, for the EB, as I said before. But also, please remember, it is setting the journey for one person who wants to be that leader, leading you guys and this LC within ISIC in Germany, within this huge organization and this huge complex. Now let's come slowly to an end, and I would like to ask you one last thing. Or always think that whenever you see people standing up in front of you and so on, think, what would you do, or what could you do if you were in the other person's shoes? If you were in the EV or if you were in the LC? Could you also do it? Could you think about doing it? I said that before. It's an adventure. Life is an adventure, and sometimes it's not always rational what you do, but sometimes it's just doing something and basically jumping off the cliff. I think Dennis is ready to jumping on that cliff, and I hope I did not frighten you too much with that. But I just want to come to an end very, very shortly and very, very easily, and heading to the official part. Are we having any spontaneous candidacies for the initiative group president of ISIC in Mainz? That is okay. Congratulations. No, just kidding. Okay, so officially, we have declared there are no official candidates for the EFB LCP of ISIC in Mainz. So let's proceed. As I said before, in a one-area election, we will have a roll call. Please, when the speaker reads out your name, just raise your arm so that we can check whether we have enough people. We need 50% of the people of ISIC Mainz being in the room. And for that, shall I read out the names in, or do you want to read it?
I refer to the list I got from the registration. As I sent it to you, this registration form. And if you haven't heard your name but still be present, please, after we went through the list and you haven't heard your name, raise your arm, or I will just ask you once again. But well, that's how we will work. I will read out the name. Okay? Then you will find out. Who got that? You? Okay. Mika. John. Nicole. Nina.
Please just say yes very loud. So
Jana. Christian. You. Lisa. Elias. Nadja Felgenmeier. Toni Jasmin.
Ja.
Erik. Jonas. Eddie ist nicht da. Charlotte.
Ja.
Tina.
Ja.
Joel. Robert. Nina.
Ja.
Esther.
Ja.
Tina. Henry.
Yep.
Dennis. Ja. Bill. Jan. Helena.
Ja.
Lukas.
Ja.
Aaron. Ja. Arn.
Yes.
Ashia.
Ja.
Chris. Yes. Team. Jürgen.
Ja.
Joachim. Helge. Helge. Jetzt Svenja.
Ja.
Matteo. Ja. Tobias Weber. Ja. Tina. Lenz. Tina. Und Michael. Okay. And now, who was missing? Who is missing?
Raise your hand now, we do not have voting.
Yes. Okay, you don't have voting rights if you are not a member of
Well, you're right, yes. But then you don't need a voting ballot. So, very good. I do assume that we have more than 50%. Yeah, it was tough, but yeah, very good. So we can actually vote. Hey, that's awesome. One thing, actually, in order to stay like in the situation that you can vote and have valid voting, you just don't need to move from now on anymore. If you have to do so, just come to me and we can make a this better. Yeah, otherwise we are problems with the voting group. The cool thing is, we can skip this one, as obviously nobody, I mean, Jesus, I assume you're not applying for voting right now. Jesus, so we just skip it, and we will come very quickly to the procedure. How does it work? Very easy. You'll have a 10-minute speech and a 15-minute Q&A. And as I stated quite some time before, I asked you to think about very briefly, very intensely, what kind of question to put in the Q&A. Because the Q&A, together with the application that of course we have read, and the speech, you can judge on whether this is the answer you want to have. And don't get me wrong, I don't want to drop anybody out of that. But I also want to give Dennis the chance to have a great election. And what you definitely need in the next term to be your LCP, you need to avoid. You need to thinking, you need to questioning, and you need to participate. So please prepare for Q&A and prepare for good if you have questions. The election procedure will happen very briefly afterwards. It's very easy. We need 50% of the people in this room to vote for with a yes for Dennis. Then you will be elected. If not, you will see. Please make sure when you fill out the voting ballot, you prepare for possible several candidates. So if you have the voting system, you can vote with a yes. Is it a J or a Y? I think it's a Y.
Actually, it's there's written yes, no, and abstention.
Ah, even better.
Yeah.
So you just cross wherever you want to cross, and I think that's pretty easy. Of course, as in any federal election, if you two crosses or cross it all with the ballot, it will be a ballot, and you will deduct one population. Let's do this one. And basically, we are right before the speech already. Dennis, are you ready? Very good. But we want to do it a bit nice, so I kindly ask you to go outside very quickly in order to have your one nice welcoming. And I think you will hear, or I will like pick you up. You're ready. Give me some minutes, okay? Yeah, as usual, some rules. I said before, be critical, but more important, remember that this guy is now standing in front of you. He's, of course, excited himself, and maybe also frightened, because it's not so often that you're having these kind of speeches. So smile. You cannot imagine how much it helps if you smile or if you like. Even if you have to think. I'm this kind of person. If I'm thinking, I'm like. It can ruin the speech if like 50 people look at you. So whatever you think, you smile. One of the tough questions I said before, it's cool. But also listen. Because listening, I know it's in the end of the day, it's Wednesday already. It can be hard, tomorrow is a public holiday. But still, try to focus and try to listen. Try to listen to us. Finally, that's done. Yes, and now, what we basically need is taking the excitement. I know this group is basically on the verge of like exploding. It's incredible, the energy that is coming. I think nobody prefers what? Sir, please now take off, turn off your mobile devices. Put it in flight mode. Okay, the way we will work on Dennis now is the way we do it on national conferences. If Nancy or whoever has their election speeches, we will start like in We Will Rock You, very easy. Exactly. And we go further and further and faster and louder and faster and louder and faster and louder. And the minute that Dennis enters this room, we're all freaking out. Are you with me?
Should we try?
No, because then he thinks that we should come in. No? It's okay? Okay. No, you can do it. You can do it. I trust you. So, Zeke, can you take over the test? Because then I can get it. Okay. Okay. Okay, you can go.
The moment you come in, you are jumping up and okay? Thanks for the warm welcome. I'm Dennis, and I want to go on the journey that Hannibal just spoke of. I want to be the next LCP. So thank you very much for this warm welcome. Nice seeing you all dressed up. So how do I come to the idea to become the next LCP? I joined Isaac last November after coming to Wiesbaden to study here. And I came to Wiesbaden after the most confusing time of my life I had so far. In 2012, I stopped studying in Munich after just half a semester, and I tried to become a pilot. I tried that I prepared myself for 7 months without a plan B. I passed all the steps, and I came up to the final stage. It was horrible. I had 4 people sitting in front of me questioning my motivation, question after question. But I myself, I wasn't sure about the motivation, so what could I tell them? And of course, I failed bad. And I was back on zero again. I didn't know what to do, so I had to reorganize myself. And finally, I came here to restart. And then I heard of Isaac. I really wanted to join Isaac. I really wanted to become a member because it sounded so great. What possibilities are given there. But at the same time, I was damn afraid. I was damn afraid of failing again because of my motivation. Because when I was afraid of being rejected, when I tell them why I want to come there. I was afraid of opening up because of that, also because of that experience I had in the last interview. I was afraid that when I say something, the people will judge me for that what I say, and therefore reject me. But in Isaac, it was different. Isaac, from the beginning on, I felt welcome, and I had there was the atmosphere where you are allowed to fail. You can make mistakes. And nobody cares. You can just try again. And that's what I really like. So whenever I had a call at the sales team, whenever I had a company, I overcame the fear of failure. But at the same time, I was sure about the support I have on the back of my team, from my team on the back. So that's why I really love Isaac. And at that moment, when I look back, the last month, the vision that Isaac is having, peace and fulfillment of human potential. Suddenly it makes sense for me. At first it was just phrases, okay, yeah, it's a vision. Okay. What does it really do? But now for me it's tangible. Like, I gained back my self-confidence through Isaac because I had so much opportunities to develop myself. And also seeing that and seeing how happy our interns are here to get a chance to work here in Germany. That's really, Isaac made me believe that we can change something. That's why I want to continue on the Isaac way. That's why I want to take over responsibility and go one step further on the LCP. So of course I also have personal motivations. I want to get more experience. I want to know how it is to be here, leading you in a way. The LC being there for you and getting some more experience in management, time management, and also get more structured work. That's my personal work that I want to experience and want to gain.
But what do I want to get for the LC? What do I want to do for the LC? What EB has done is really remarkable. Because they've set the foundation for us to become a very big LC. So I want to keep on that track. I want to further what they've done so far. So I want Isaac to be more present in Mainz and in Wiesbaden. I want to have more context like board of advisors at the end of our term, and I want our member base to be very strong and motivated and engaged and ready to take over responsibility. And also, I want us to have more outgoing exchange than we have. How do I want to get there? The board of advisors. Getting a board of advisors is a long procedure. Getting the partners getting them motivated that they do more for us. It's a long process. So I want to do it step by step. We have professors who used to be in Isaac. So I think it's possible that we can convince them that they come and help us get the knowledge of them. And then also we have now an ER team. This ER team will also we will have partner events, and in these partner events we will turn our TN takers to partners. We'll convince them doing more for Isaac and helping them with their knowledge, with their expertise, and also with their money. A lot of support, a lot of advice. And next one. What I want to wanted more visibility on the campus. Now we have more members, so we can have more events on the campuses in Mainz and in Wiesbaden. We can have a more variety of events so that more people are touched by Isaac, that it's interesting what we offer them. So they can see what Isaac is doing. So we can have more GCP, because the people will see that the chances they have with us. We can have more potential in Wiesbaden. There are so many Wiesbadeners now in our teams. I myself am a Wiesbaden, so we can have a bigger impact in our university in Wiesbaden. And for the GCP, more GCP. That I want to motivate our members to also do a GCP themselves, so they can know and they have the feeling of how it is. They have the experience and they can share that here and share it with the people that are also interested in going for GCP. And on the other way around, I want them people who have been on the GCP with us, who've been EPs, that they are more engaged in Isaac. So we have the international Isaac experience here in our LC and can spread it here in Mainz and Wiesbaden. That's for the European. And for the for member base. As we are more members now, we can have more organizations like more OCs, more OC experience. We can make more events, and then our members can have the experience of an organization. I myself have been to the OC for the NICO, and I know how it feels when you finally finish. I know how strong you feel when you have an event and you work down. I think all the OC they get learning right now because they know how it feels when you finish that. So I want our members to get that experience too, so they are more motivated and they have done something that is tangible, that they see what they have done, a big impact that they've done. That's a short overview of my strategy. You can ask me anything you want to do about it. And to sum it up, what EP has done is really a great job. I think that they had their vision, turn passion into action, and achieve excellence. And on the national conference, they achieved what they've done. They achieved excellence. They achieved the excellence of it. So what is done is really, really unique. So I want us to follow their footprints. It's really what they've envisioned, what they have done here is really good. So we as an LC, we have the chance to follow what they set as a goal. And we together we can make Maldiva as strong as they envisioned it, and it's now getting. So that's what I want to do.
Thank you, Dennis. Congratulations. First part is done. Let us proceed, and actually, I think I will see what is a little slow. All right. Yes, we will have now a 15-minute Q&A. A 15-minute Q&A, and we will have a speakers list. So please, if you have questions in mind already, raise your arms, and please only take them down if I point at you. Otherwise, I will not get the list. And then we work on the list and see if we need to accelerate or not. First question, as usual, goes to Mr. Zihi as the predecessor. But let us ask first who has a question. John? Tina? Good. Very good. Anybody else right now? Okay, no problem. We can have a second. All right, the time starts now. Mr. Zihi,
Yes, thank you for applying. Thank you for having the speech. My question is, I don't know, rather tough, but imagine you're working together with you, and right in the first weeks, you feel it already, but in the upcoming first half year, after your planning days, starting to the semester, you feel that there is a group of 3 people working straightly against you. And then they ask you to leave, or they will leave. So how do you react?
That's a problem. So they would ask me to leave. Yeah. Depends. So I would also talk together. People leave me. I'm alone. I would talk together. People leave me. I would ask them for advice. What they think. And I would say we have also team leaders now, so it's a really tough question because it's like the VP, if they leave, it's always the hard thing. So of course, but yes, we have to go on. So I would say I would also ask ask the team leaders how they feel about it. Get it out. Not really, and ask them. But first of all, I would talk to the people who are one-on-one. Why do they want to do that? Why are they working so strongly against me? So I would ask for the intention. Is it because they don't like me as a person? Is it because they don't like the work I have done? That's what I would ask for the intention, why they want to leave or why they want to leave. And then I will try to find a inside me. About the LCP, I would that we were that very defined statement.
Sabine?
Sorry. Oh, but that is right. So, okay, with Sabine first.
Okay. So, you mentioned a lot about general things you want to change or you want to return to the better with the LC. But give me a personal thing, something about you that you want to turn to the better within that. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm myself
about you.
Okay. Yeah, I said that I want to really get more skills in working structure. I said I wrote that in my application that for me it's I had that big learning point at the niveau that I wanted to do something but I hadn't the right structure for it. So that's what I really want to change because that's really what gives myself security and I know how to do it. So I tend to say, okay, I want to do it. but not find a way before that. That's what I want to try. Getting more structure in my brain. That preferably more. That's an answer.
It's your answer. Okay, that's your answer.
Try again.
I could just go, what happened to this? Okay, it's completely upside down, but we just go with this list now. Tina, 12, Tina, 12. Sorry, I don't know why. I don't know why.
That's still not the list up to
It's a Windows computer. So, please go.
Let's go ahead.
During your application and during the speech, you only were talking about GCP for the social project. What do you think about global talent business internships? Do you want to support them as well, or not at all? What's your plan for that?
Yes, of course. I did mention it because I think that's a tough one. Because that's I don't want to set it up for that. So I want to be at the EP and talk about that. Yes, but certainly we will do that also. But for the high potential, let me put it that way, I see the GCP. Of course, we also promote our GIP, and I also want us to be successful in that one, of course. But for that, I want to be together with my EP to find a plan for that.
My question is, what would you do if your LC is not motivated? And you're seeing that there are members leaving, and you don't know why, and in different teams, what would you do to motivate them, or I don't know?
Thank you for that question. It's also a really that happens when you also very well. But what I try to do is showing them why we do what we do. Like we have so many interns now, and talking to them, like what we did with them, giving them the chance to get here. And I think that's a huge motivation. Of course, it's more tangible for the teams that are directly connected with them. But every team is having their share. So also the finance team, also the com team, they have all the OTX team, they have all their share of our success. So that's what I want to try. Showing them, getting the members connected with the interns to show them what we really do. That's one point that I want to try to do. And also, we should try to do more socials. That we do get something together. We try to connect each other, try to make friendships here in our LC so that we are an entity, unity, or unity. Sorry. So that we feel together here, so that our members become comfortable again.
Okay. So in your speech, you've talked a lot about your plans, but actually, to my feeling, not that much about yourself. So a big part of your work will be working with the EB. Which of your personal qualities of interacting with others is most helpful for your work in the EB, and which one is the least helpful in the sense of dangerous for the work in the EB?
I would say that if I start with a good one, I would say that I'm determined. I know when we've said, I know where I want to reach, where I want to achieve. But in the way there, I'm not as I'm not have the structure there. So I know where I'm determined. I want to get there. So I give the VPs the freedom to go to get to that goal. I think that's a strength that you need there. And for the bad one, I can be impatient. I can be like interrupting, and that's really I see that when I have to control myself very much, and that can be not good in teamwork at all. When I just pop something from my mind and I interrupt, it's not good at all. I really have to control myself. That's where I want to work on that. But that's what can be tough in even
imagine you got the eating here, people working really hard in their position and loving the work they're doing. But in the first weeks that you're working together, you recognize that there are some arguments between the single VPs. So they don't work nicely together, and maybe they have some personal issues. How would you address that?
For that, I would also, we get to know each other very well in the planning days and in the coming time with meetings and all like that. So I will have personal talks with them at the beginning. And then when I see that there are arguments coming up, I will talk personally with them again. Ask them how it comes that they are arguing. And if it's an emotional way or what's the reason for it, asking them for the information. Why is this happening? And then basically asking one, and then bringing them together and finding a problem. That's what I will try.
More on the questions.
So, working with the EB, or in general, leading people, is a lot about being personal. You, on your side, talk a lot about being structured, the hard skill part, like the knowledge part of things. But, and this is a likely situation, what do you do when, after the first few weeks, everybody is tired, member recruitment sucks like hell, and it really sucks everything out of you? What do you do when some of the VPs are one, maybe a girl, comes up to you crying and says, Dennis, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. What do you do?
Okay, I talk about the hard skills, but I think you're soft guys. So, I'm serious. That's, I want to be close to my EP, and that's what I said. I will have personal talks with them when you get through them very much. So when something like that happens, I'm there. Also emotional there.
Like what you just said, it's very hard. Also, for you, how do you imagine you getting from strength when are you going to be released your really down, or how do you imagine it?
Yeah. I would also, I would try to maybe, if it's possible, in the workload, to get a bit distance to just for 1 day or something, to relax, to get a distance and relax myself, and then get back on it. So, but I would also talk about it with people to share them, because when I read on my own, I was concerned. I think I have to share that also with EB. I think EB, that's needed, because EB also for sharing these emotional things also, like how to deal with the work, and share that and try to find a way to get that done.
All right, we have time for 2 last questions. The last one goes to the LCP. Anybody else who has a question? Yes, please.
You talked a lot about personal goals, some GCPs whatsoever, but how would you deal with the situation that you're totally stuck now? You learn how to translate because you're not able to get the work well done. And you see that all the goals you set yourself right now are not able to be completed within the next term. How will you deal with it?
Burnout. And also, I try to maybe reset my goals. Think of, was it too much for those things? not to be wrong too much that what we try to do, and recapture what we have achieved and what we can achieve. Resetting the goals, that's like getting away the pressure. If I burn out, it's a really chance of that. Yeah, that's what I also share with the team. Of course, trying to find a way to get the goals or to achieve something, or try to capture what was achieved, getting to the goals. Yeah.
Okay, we have 1 minute left. Who's back? We have questions. So very briefly.
Yeah. It's been very hard to put it into a question. You're awesome, right?
Yes.
I was going to try ending, but nothing. Actually, I wanted to have a kind of similar one. No, imagine you would be an animal. What would be your animal?
I want to be either like strong, like things, everything.
All right, now freak out, please. Oh, whoa. Anna, it's you. All right. Official part is over. Now you've heard everything. Now it's time to make up your mind. Before we proceed to the actual voting, I have one question for you guys. Do you think we have the necessity of having a candidates debate? What is a candidates debate? It will happen if 2 of you guys step up and say, hey, we need it. That's not just one person. And it needs to be something that you think the LC needs to know. So it shouldn't be, like, I don't think it should be LCP because he's bad at dancing, but I don't know, because he stole 1,000 euro from the LCP campus. Something like that. Like that. No, then it's a bit
like this, but you say like just throw that thing in the room and
very, very good. It's actually not like that, but it should be if you think, and actually I would recommend that we talk if we have something, but we talk in person, then I can give an evaluation. If it is something that you think we also need to know in order to take an informed decision. So it could be good or bad, but it should be relevant. I know it's a glory, and most of the times it's actually related to the fact. Questions? So, anyone asked, is there, what? No, we have questions. Is there the necessity to have a candidate debate? These are like very much, no candidate debate for tennis. So basically, first of all, we get Dennis in again. All right. We get to the official part. And now it's tricky. Because let me check on Vicky how the list is working. Yeah, now it gets tricky and it's kind of a get-to-know game because I kind of ask you to queue up. Now we're getting to vote, right? To voting. Now I ask you to queue up, like you all get voting ballots. Once you have the voting ballots, you take some time, make a decision, and then I ask you to queue up in a queue. Let's say here in the middle, Ziggy and me will be standing in front with a voting box, and everybody will drop their vote, so we can check who dropped the vote. Sounds like a plan? A very good question. Last time.
Yeah, like we always do blindfolded.
All right. Could you have the voting ballots? And I have some people from the beginning help you to. You can have Jesus. I can have Jesus. Jesus, can you help me? Come on, Jesus! Everyone? And
Das ist der Isaac. Kannst du der Kamera? Ja, genau, das wird Zeit. Warum zeigt sich das nicht? Die 3 Minuten.
Ich habe vorhin so vor die Schuhe gesehen.
Nein!
Sie wissen,
Jetzt wieder am Abend so. Ja, nee, das war Vorschlag von Charter, weil das sind auch zu viele Kids, das ist ja nur ein Feiertag. Und das heißt, wir haben überlegt, entweder umziehen, weil du da auch untereinigt. Ja, wir können zu viel. So viel wir alle.
Alright, how you sound? Good. Good. Then I trust your ability for skill and 8 slides.
Ja. Annika.
You want to have someone? Guys, and we'll work in the following way. Ziggy will read out the name. Until your name is coming from. Who? Ziggy. Go. Now, Annika. Joel, du bist gar nicht auf der Liste.
What?
Hau ab.
Joel, geh mal da hinten, Melina. Joel, hast du jetzt noch eine
Ja.
Joel, dein Nachname ist nicht Joel.
Ja, stopp, stopp.
Wo ist Dennis? Okay, Kirin ist aber auch dran.
Ja.
Jan? Helga? Lukas? Aaron? Shia? Ati?
Das ist zeitverzögert. YouTube.
Sabine? Daniel? May I have your attention, please? Yes. Are you ready? Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So simple. Okay. We will have a break now, and you don't have to be inside because all this process where you had to be inside and attending is now over by adding in your or passing in your okay. Then, yes, you may go to toilets, you may have drinks. Huh? How long? I guess for 10 to 15 minutes. It just depends on the counting. Okay, they are counting and then yes, yes, right. I have the drinks at the time.
And afterwards, we will decide. Okay? But
Sagst du, wenn du jetzt entscheidest, für Nacht,
Okay. Thank you for that's so grateful. Just okay. Well, before we will continue, and we will continue like going outside and remember that thing with the water. That's this Isaac tradition. Okay. Okay, then we will have, or have not, we don't know yet. Of course, what we will have at least is an announcement outside, whether we will have a successor of mine that I can lay down cemetery, and yes, well, it's fine. Okay, but first, I want to have some announcement, because, well, I have always seen a couple of tests, so I always have to spread my word. We will have, not the upcoming weekend, but the weekend afterwards, the nice regional conference. And this is a very special opportunity, not only for the EV and the elected EV, but also for all of the members. You are all invited. Not like we are coming to you and just begging you to come. No, you are invited. It's also a members conference.
and this is quite good. Going to a conference on regional scale, well, I don't know, it was for Jan in China, and in Britain, he had this experience like you, and who was it together last night also, and Annika. Yeah, it was cool, right?
It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. Okay, cool. And well, it's in Neuland, it's near Bielefeld. Well, it's not the point to go there, but still, you have this very unique occasion where the one part of the participants, they are happy to have their successes ending their term. Well, this is me. Like I'm happy and celebrating that I'm done and having my successes. So I will have a blast on the weekend. And the other part of this conference, yes, and it's like okay. And the other part is having a good time because they may start now. And so it all comes together in a huge part throughout the whole weekend. And as a member, you have the opportunity to take part in workshops. You have workshops clustered in this youth talent sections like social sales, administration, and development.
Yeah. And administration and product are together.
Okay. So
Anyway, who will have tracks?
you will have tracks. I guess there is a short description about it.
In the newsletter. Thank you very much.
Yes. And
thank you very much was to everyone else.
So you will find it out. Just go for the tracks, and we will take you. I'm not sure yet, but we planned it together with Darmstadt to go there by bus. So we want to have a bus driving us from, we will plan it from Frankfurt to Bielefeld. So already the party already starts in Frankfurt. Like, that's so cool. Okay, enough. Deadline for applying is Friday. The second point, we will have a summit here. What is that? Basically, it's an event to train trainers, like the trainer of the planning days. Dennis already mentioned it. Planning days, EB coming together, planning the whole semester, and then yes, there's someone who's chairing that, and this is the planning days chair, PDC. And to educate them, you have these summits where approximately 10 people coming together and well, just having from Friday to Sunday this educational workshop. And hopefully me also taking part in this, as I'm applying for a planning days chair. I really love it. And yes, summit, we will have it here in Mainz, or Wiesbaden. That's actually the decision of the OCP, like PDC as OCP. If you do that, you have the best title ever, right? Okay. Well, we have this event. There has to be someone in charge for it. And actually, it is rather a small event. We are searching for one OCP leading this, coming up with a room. It's easy at the university. Coming up with the logistics, where can to put the attendees to sleep. But that's also quite easy because we can put them in Isaacer beds. And well, you have a small team of approximately 2 OC members. And that's so cool. Because, as Dennis already mentioned, I can only refer to Dennis the whole time. Perfect. You have successes. And at the end of the day, or at the end of the weekend, you see the success, and you have this grateful people around you, and that's so cool. Also, please come to me or approach me or your team, BPTM, LCP, Mainz at Isaac. you know my email address. Just approach me or have a chat with me later on. And the third point, the last point, and then we will go on some. I'm sorry for having this rather boring announcement part, but it's important. Geänderung, or the change of the statutes. Statutes. Yeah, that's right. Statutes. Okay. The Geschäftsordnung, statutes. Yes, it's we need to change it. We already informed you about that. It's in combination with the elections process, how we want to elect the EB. Because we said that we don't want the candidates to apply for a certain position, but we want them to apply for the EB in general. And then you have the whole of the members rating whether this person has this. I was the count. Only get 2 sips of wine. Okay, vote of confidence. Then you have this vote of confidence, and if you have this vote of confidence, you may be part of the EB. But it is likely that when we have 7 EB positions, and then suddenly 20 people apply, and then it is the choice of the LCP, the choice of the LCP, which wants to take. Okay.
Yeah, actually, according to our new statutes, it's the choice of the LCP elect and the current EB.
That's not. Yes, in the end, it's the choice of the LCP elect. On the way to his decision, he may get a consultancy by the form. And that's the point. I wrote it. Okay. If you change the status, you need to have the whole members to agree with that, and so we'll have election about that. But that's quite easy. If you agree with that, you may raise your arm. If you're not agreeing with that, you just don't worry about it.
Why did we do that?
Because we wanted to have more flexibility in allocating the positions.
And why do we vote then? So why do we vote then?
You have then the decision whether this person is capable of being a VP or not. And in the elections process, you also have a priority setting of the VP concerning the positions. So every candidate is actually applying for the first and second priority. So if you're interested in the incoming area, so you're applying for VP IGIP and VP reception. Okay, but you rather have a bigger interest in VP IGIP. So you take it as your first priority, right? And so, well, I mean, like throughout the process, everyone's checking if it suits you or not, and then it is the decision of everyone whether this person is capable of doing these jobs or not. And this is the change. Well, actually.
So we can vote more than 6 persons. We can say we have trust in all of them. Yeah. Like 9 or so, and then LCP.
Yeah. That's how it goes. More power to them. Cool, right? Those are great. Huh? Not yet. Oh, it's a song. More power to me as I will follow up. No. What do really support him. He's coming from Poland. I'm with you all the time.
You are waiting. It's your funeral, man.
It really is. It really is. Okay, okay. So, do you have any urge for further discussions, or is it okay? Is it clear? Okay. Who's against it?
Don't we give a motion first to then decide?
No. That was the motion.
Oh, doesn't it have to be proposed? I propose a motion to change the statute.
Okay.
Someone needs to second it now, I think.
Can I as a
Yeah.
authority or as a neutral whatsoever, I need my mind for that. I'm getting better with alcohol. Well, actually, I did read your GU, and other than the GU on ICE in Germany, we don't need a formal motion to put. So the only thing, according to your GU, that we need is a 2/3 majority on whatever has been proposed. As I know that this motion or this proposal has been sent around before to the entire LC, that is correct. But everybody has been informed.
Yes, they have been informed.
Okay, so it has been officially announced. From my side, we would be good to go. And I would just have, and as I don't read in your compendium that we need a formal decision about it, we just have to with your hand raised or hand not raised. This is cool for everybody. Very good. So I will just take over. Who is in favor of that motion? Raise your hand. Okay. I will just count. Cool? No, I will just count it up. Once I pointed you, you can keep it, put it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Six. And so we have 36 people in favor of that motion, and now I ask you who is against that motion. Not the case. Do we have any Do we have any abstentions? Yes, 1 abstention. 2, sorry. Please, 3. Okay, please raise your arm loud. Yeah. So 1, 2, and that's it. 1, 2 abstentions. The rest is in favor of the motion. According to my math, this is more than 2/3, but then the motion has passed.
Thank you for this insight. You know, when you have this Deutschland zum Superstar, yeah? Right? And they haven't done the decision, and well, the voting is closed, and we have all the calls counted, and then the how is the time? No, the lawyer. Huh? Or the lawyer, then the lawyer comes in like handing over this envelope. Thank you for being our very important lawyer. Okay, cool. Now we are actually ready. And we will meet there where the stairs. Okay, cool.
Yes.
And we will come back inside over here, so and it will not last for long.
Einmal Schüssel, Flaschenbecher.
Drei Leute haben sich davon einer erlebt. Ich glaube, der Einzige, die es noch nicht gibt, aber keine So, if anyone's still watching, I'm taking you outside for the official announcements.
Wo ist mein Wein?
Das geht doch ohne uns weiter.
Deswegen brauchen wir dieses
Sag einer. Jever ist, glaube ich, die Einzige, die guckt.
Echt ist? Achso, man sieht uns gar nicht.
Nein, doch, natürlich, das ist einfach nur zeitverzögert. Du kannst jetzt Jever grüßen, wenn du willst. Du kannst aber sagen, natürlich können die uns hören.
Stimmt ja.
Hi, Jever.
Hallo Jever. Wir haben dich richtig vermisst. Schade, dass du nicht dabei bist.
Ich hoffe zumindest mal, dass sie noch zuguckt.
Sie ist aber hier.
Also, ich weiß nur von Jever, dass sie wirklich zuguckt. Ansonsten weiß ich nicht. Also, eine der Personen bin ich.
Ah, genau.
Weil ich halt, also, das hier ist der aktuelle, also, das ist das, was gerade aufgezeichnet wird. Und
wir sagen Hallo zu Jever.
Das ist halt das, was die anderen gerade sehen, das Zeitverzögerte.
Aber ich fand okay. Ich glaube, ich hätte auch eine Jacke mit.
Ja, ich auch.
Ja, ich glaube, der Einzige, der auf die Treppe geht, ne? Ja.
Sigi.
Okay. Geht nur noch ein paar Stufen nach hinten, dass man euch besser sehen kann.
Schaut ihr jemand zu?
Ja.
Wir haben 3 Leute.
2. Einer bin ich.
Use the bottle. Yeah, it's very annoying.
Any cups?
Yeah.
What you has an empty cup?
Just use the bottle.
Bitte? Nimm du mal lieber kontrollweise auf. Weil das hier ist der Livestream. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich den am Ende abspeichern kann. Ja, aber nur mal sicher. Ah, das ist super, weil dann haben wir durch dich noch Licht auf ihn. Weil ich vermute mir, dass man bei mir gerade nicht... Ah, doch, man kann es sehen.
Ladies and gentlemen, one last random thing before we come to the actual announcement. Mr. Jiggy just asked me to explain where Jiggy comes from. As you might know, we were on IC together at the International Congress in Sharm el-Sheikh last year. And it was some international, we had a regional round and the internationals were there. And you know, you do the great big introduction. Everybody tells their name and where they're from. And it was a pretty random moment actually. But somebody called, like, from India, he didn't get the name Ziggy, so he was like, sorry, it's Jiggy. And there was this one roll call which goes like, Jiggy. So from that point on, it's basically not Ziggy anymore, but Jiggy. And it is pretty much established in the MC. And on behalf of the whole MC, I can invite you to join that movement. But now, enough of the funny speech, let's get back to business. Ladies and gentlemen of the LC Mainz Wiesbaden. Thank you very much for inviting me tonight. It's been a great pleasure standing in front of you. You have made a vote. You have made a vote for the next year. And with all my pride of Ziggy standing here and seeing you guys here as Whitewash responsible and on behalf of ICTIC Germany, I'm happy to announce the next LCP of ICTIC Mainz Wiesbaden for the term 14-15 with, oh my God, it's him!
Come on!
By the way, it was 39 to 1 no to 0 abstention to 0 invalid.
It's got a good one. You want to say something to Jordan? No?
Not particularly.
Not saying something to Jordan?
Who's Jordan?
Tala and I think Linda are watching. You haven't met Linda, unfortunately, and maybe Yeva from. I hope Yeva. Yeah. From Riga. Yeva, honey.
Nice. Hi everyone. Where everyone is.
We're streaming this to Jordan and Latvia.
Sorry, what?
We are streaming this to Jordan and Latvia.
Hello everyone.
This is India.
Yeah, this is India, the only India. The whole country. The whole India, the whole Mainz Wiesbaden.
Oh.
Oi, so cute.
Warte, please hold this.
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
Yeah, I can take it again.
Thank you, very happy.
But yeah, before anyone drops it, I'll take it. It's my baby, so like, you know I'm very specific about my technology. You know, like in my room, no one gets close to it. Yeah, no. And you heard it a bit. Oh no, only slightly. Like you know, like you threw yourself in my chair and rushed toward my desk, so that all shook a bit and the monitor went off. But that's just because of the cable and stuff like that. But that was the moment when I decided that you're not there getting close to my electronics again when you're done.
Your bathroom suffered more.
Yeah, but I don't care that much about my bathroom as I do about my technology. So
I will never ever throw up in your
I hope so. This is
I do care a lot about this.
Yeah,
we're actually live streaming this conversation.
Yeah, we are.
This is
It's just like two people watching.
Doesn't matter.
And
It's on the internet.
I know of one person who it is, but the other one.
Okay, so whatever.
Oh no, wait! It's one more person now.
Yeah, there are two people from Jordan, apparently. Whatever. So,
Two people from Jordan. Did you see that here or? Oh, okay. No. So she was just talking about the ones who are probably watching it. That is Linda and Tala. They're in both in Jordan, yeah. Yeah. All TM members that are watching. Ja, ich denke, ich werde den Livestream gleich abbrechen.
Du hast also einen wunderbaren Job, den Livestream zu machen.
Also ich mit Jiggy so vereinbart. Ja, ich hab den nicht sauber, also wir haben den nicht groß announced, wir haben uns erst vorgestern entschieden, dass wir das machen. Nächste Woche werden, glaube ich, ein paar mehr Leute zugucken, weil das nochmal größer announcen und die Wahlen sind noch spannender. Ja, also nächste Woche wird es wirklich spannend. Also letztes Jahr, in dem Moment, wo die Announcements da waren, dass so 5 Kandidaten für 6 Positionen war eigentlich klar, was passieren wird. nächste Woche mit dem Board of Confidence und den Prioritäten.
Das war letztes Jahr mehr als ein LCP.
Ja, ja. Es war und es waren 5 Kandidaten auf 6 VP-Positionen. Ja, genau, wir waren noch Expansion.
Hat sich auch total groß angefühlt. Ich hab's ja gesagt, das Protokoll, aber eigentlich seid ihr ja gar nicht IB. Also, ihr seid zwar IB, aber jeder sagt halt das LCP.
Ja, natürlich,
jeder
weil.
sagt LCP. Was auch cool ist.
Ja. Also ich habe gemerkt, dass ich habe letztes Jahr ein VIP in Indien gemacht und das war in der Expansion und da habe ich gemerkt, dass dass es da viel wichtiger ist, dass Expansions bloß nicht LC genannt werden und dass die sich nicht selbst so nennen und so Hierarchie und Status und sonst was da viel wichtiger ist. Ich muss sagen, ich fände es total, selbst als wir Expansion waren, hätte ich es total albern gefunden, uns nicht LC zu nennen, weil es halt, weißt du, es ist gut gelaufen. Wir hatten innerhalb von einem Jahr Memberzahlen, die normales LC. Das macht das schon Sinn, dass halt die Stärke. Ja, genau, die Stärke. Das heißt, wenn du jetzt halt nur 10 Leute hast oder so, aber wir waren halt nach einem halben Jahr schon bei 20 Leuten und dann im Sommer bei 40. Ich bin seit November 2012 dabei. Ich bin quasi 3-4 Wochen nach Chile dazugekommen. Also ich hatte die Nico da in den Wintersemester verpasst, aber kam dann, war Frankfurt. Das war Frankfurt. Genau, die Nico hatte ich noch verpasst, aber dann kam es. Ja. Alright, everyone who is still watching, I'm going to pause the live stream now, and thanks for watching. We're going to do this again next week for the VP elections, and I'm pretty sure that that's going to be a lot more exciting. So take a final view, and that'll be it.